Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. Very happy to have Sandy Geldhof here, as well as Hatch from Team Park City United. Welcome to the show. Good to have you guys here.
Great to be here, Joe. Thank you.
You know, we're here for something very important, and this is fairly recent news. Some people don't know about it yet, but it's a benefit for Sam Jackenthal, and I'm not sure that, as I said, that everybody knows exactly what happened to Sam. So I think we should probably start there and talk about that for just a bit.
Sure. Well, Sam's a 16-year-old young man, been training with me actually since he was 10 years old. They were in Perisher in Australia and just doing some warm-up runs for the day. Got about 6 inches of new snow, so having a good time skiing around. And Sam went off of a little rock jump that he'd hit a dozen times before.
Sure.
And for some reason things went astray, and he just over-rotated and went a little too big on a 360 and just hit and slammed sideways. So,
oh boy.
Hit his head really hard, unfortunately. So he's currently in a coma, and he is in critical condition in the Canberra hospital.
Oh my. You know, it's as you said, these kind of things can happen in a moment, and they happen when we're comfortable and when we're not. I mean, any little thing can go wrong when you're on a pair of skis or a board. We've seen that happen with so many athletes, and and just everyday folk. You know, professional skiers alike. It doesn't really matter. Those things can happen to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, for Sam, a 360 is like for most of us stepping off the curb. You know?
Right.
So it's something that he's more than comfortable, and you know, well, we don't know, you know, why suddenly things went astray. But his family's there; they're by his side. The team was with him until the last day they needed to come home. So he's had a lot of love and support right there in Australia. But the outpouring of the community has been unbelievable, and people have sent love, funds, whatever they can, and that is really helping keep the family going.
Well, there's no doubt that love and those prayers, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think start there. That's probably one of the most important things to that family. But
absolutely.
Then of course comes the costs,
sure.
And they can be exorbitant. We know just for going to the doctor for a cold that it can be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when you're on 24-hour care, especially in something like this, critical care, it's very expensive. And that's where you and Sandy come in. And Sandy, tell us a little bit about what you guys have got going for Sam.
Yeah, as Hatch mentioned, almost immediately when Park City heard the news of this beautiful kids accident, it just blew up. We immediately started a GoFundMe account for Sam, and it's under Sam Jackenthal if anybody hasn't donated and would still like to. And I checked the account this morning, and we are just at $99,044, so just under $100,000 this morning. So that's going to be huge. The next thing we did outside of Hatch's group and just friends and family and hundreds and hundreds of people doing candlelight vigils, we've been selling T-shirts, and you know, you've got kids, the soccer teams, and you know, kids from the ski teams going out and doing things. But the big push that we've created over the past week is an auction benefit for Sam this Wednesday at O'Shucks in Quarry Village, starting at 6 p.m. And it's just going to be the most amazing night. We are just going to gather together to have a good time and tell stories about Sam and kind of perpetuate that energy that we've created around the situation and around the family. And they're telling us from Australia they can feel the love, they can feel the energy coming through, and it's just going to be an extension of that. And of course, we'll have silent auction, live auction, a lot of more fundraising activities going on that evening as well.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah.
You know, think about that. When we talk about that distance to Australia, those of you who've made the trip several times, you know how far it is.
Oh yeah.
If they can feel that down there, and there's little doubt in my mind that they can when you've got, you know, people who care so much here. That this, this just becomes such a community event, really, getting behind this young man.
Yeah.
And you never know. I mean, this could be the miracle that he needs, with, you know, by itself, just having us together.
That's right.
So, Hatch, talk to me a little bit about how this has been on the team. I'm sure that's got to be a tough part of it too. And I don't want to, you know, dwell on the sad part of it at all, but it's got to be tough on the team. How are they reacting, and how are they coming along, you know, to continue to push forward for the season.
Sure. Well, I mean, the thing about Sam is he is such a life force, and if Sam's there, you know it. Like, you know, there's nobody who doesn't know Sam.
So there's a vacuum a little bit where he was.
So yeah, I mean that's been very, very hard. He's friends with just about everybody, which is awesome. And I think in some ways it pulls the team together, and which is a positive. There's definitely people that have been struggling, but I think we're trying to help them the best we can. And things are starting to pick up. A lot of the kids that were down in Australia were back up at the ramps on Friday, and they had a good vibe and a good positive training session. Everybody knows that Sam loves to fly.
Yeah.
So how better can we honor him than flying ourselves?
That's right. Well, the other thing is obviously this is going to help some people. I think with a little bit of healing and help.
Yeah.
When you're doing the right thing for other people, that's the best thing you can do for yourself, as they say, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, this is tremendous.
That's one of the big things for this Wednesday. I mean, what we're hoping is to have lots of Sam stories, and really just share the joy that Sam has brought to all of us. So we're gonna, that's the goal, and we're gonna be able to FaceTime in the family. So
oh wow,
so
that's great.
Sam's gonna see us and hear us.
That's good.
And through his mom and dad right there.
Sandy, I imagine you guys have got quite a few things together for the auction, but you could surely use more, I bet.
No, actually, thank you for asking that. We really literally had to cut things off probably 2 days ago. We ran,
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
This is the type of event, as you know, you've probably covered lots of events like auctions. We have to put this together in a week. The phones never stopped ringing, and
That's
we never
amazing.
had to make one phone call. The minute people heard what we were doing, we were getting the calls, we were getting the emails, we were getting the donations. I had to cut it off because literally we ran out of shelf space. And what we're asking is now people just thank you so much for wanting to help, show up to the event, buy tickets, buy something. We've got
Spend a lot of money on that auction.
We have amazing things. We've got vacation packages to you wouldn't even believe where, So people are going big, and they're just saying, take what you can from us to help support Sam and help support his family. So that's what this night's about.
I have just a moment left. I guess the thing I would say, having gone to Jan's Winter Welcome many times, and we see sometimes the things in the auction block go for way less than they're worth. There's a real value, right?
Right.
And there'll be some value here.
Yeah.
I'd love to see these prices come real close, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
And maybe even
Nice.
over a couple of times would be tremendous.
Yeah.
That's what we need to help out Sam.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure one of your viewers would love to come and be weatherman for the day and hang
That's
out.
right.
That's
the
one of
biggest
the-
prize, I think.
that's one of the big ones. So.
You guys, somebody's going to get to come here on Park City TV's Park City Television studio here and participate right alongside of us and do the weather.
Yeah.
And if you're really lucky, you'll make a little mistake, which would be just like us. That would be
for that
would be the full
8-year-old?
experience if that happens. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and definitely we appreciate an opportunity to be part of it as well.
Thank
you for that.
Yeah, I hope
giving us
you
that
guys
chance.
can come. Just 6 o'clock,
Okay.
Oshkosh Quarry Village in Lower Pine Brook, not Main Street.
That's right.
I know
And
people are going to show up
don't go to
there.
the
There's no
wrong one.
parking. Yeah.
Guys, I want to thank you so very, very much for being here and bringing light to this. Don't forget the wristbands. Still get those, right?
Oh, mine folded over. There
Yeah,
we go.
go.
we still have a chance to get some.
We'll be
Sam.
selling those at the event. T-shirts.
Okay.
It's going to be a great evening. You're going to see everyone you know there. It's going to be community and love and a good time. And thanks to Bruce Corrigan at Oshkosh for donating the venue, and he's supplying all the food.
Good guy.
He's awesome. Yeah. So everyone's awesome. They're just they've all come together.
Thank you guys so much for what
Thank
you're
you.
doing.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we will be back with more right here on the Mountain Morning Show. We got some scary stuff coming up right after these messages.